Happy New Year and happy Magical Monday. It is the first Monday of 2023. And how much more magical can that be? And so here we are. If you don't know me, I'm Magical Michelle. And once a week, mostly, I just got back from Egypt. So we were not doing it live, but most of the time live here in Soul Circle at 6 o'clock, I come on to do these weekly updates, and I'm committed to continue doing that in the new year. But also for those of you who are like watching as a recording, we do have a new YouTube channel this year. It has been slowly growing. So please go to the YouTube channel and please like and subscribe. That will help me out. If you're watching this on Facebook, it's also good to like and comment. All of these things will help me serve you a little bit better. So in the meantime, let's talk about 2023. Everybody, every year has these New Year's resolutions and they want to have their new goals. And I love the beginning of the year as a reset, but I hesitate to do something like New Year's resolutions because we don't want to make who we are wrong. We want to make sure that we are focusing on the alignment of who we are and aligning to the energies of where we are and where we're going. So we really only have the present moment. And so I like New Year's in that we can wipe a slate clean. I like New Year's in that we can do some massive magical intention setting, but I also want to make sure that you're not making it about reviewing yourself and making yourself wrong. What I really love is getting into alignment with the frequency that you want to be. Now, we do have a new frequency because we went from a 222 number to a 223 number. And so we're working with two numbers here. For 2023, we have the 23, which is a 5. And 5 always ends up being freedom. So you're going to see a lot of people wanting to travel. And especially after a couple of years of less travel, 2020, 2022, all of the time in between that, there's been a little bit of lack of freedom. So you're going to see with the freedom number of 5 that want to go forward, that want to go to travel, to do things, money freedom, debt freedom. So there's a lot of people who will be in the energy of wanting to let go of debt, emotional, physical, and spiritual debt. It doesn't always have to be just money. So what do you have to do to clean up your money, time, and energy leaks? Those things will be prominent this year. I'm also probably going to see you doing a lot of want to travel. So wanting to get out, wanting to be in the world. We're seeing a lot more people want to do in-person experiences. And so like, I'll feel that call too. I'm going to be offering a lot more in person this year. With all that's going on, we all want to connect. There's another energy of connection. 7, which is the main frequency of 2023, is a 7. 2, 2, 3 ends up being a 7. And so there's an energy of connection in that. We want to connect to source, whatever we call that, divinity, and it comes into divine connection, connecting with your higher self or your soul self, recognizing your divinity. One of my first numerology teachers called it coming to Jesus. And what I want to reinterpret that to is coming to your own inner divine love. There's a compassion component, a kindness component to the energy of 7. So I think you're going to see people trying to be more compassionate to self, more compassionate to others, more kind outwardly. And let's really focus on that more kind inwardly, because that energy of self-love can go so far. Once you fully acknowledge and accept yourself, once you radically express kindness to your own body, to your own light, to your own free will and agency, when you radically accept yourself, you're radically loving to yourself. And that doesn't mean you can't have aspects of wanting to get better. It's just a matter of really loving yourself exactly where you are, and then acknowledging what you want to do going forward from that place of self-love, from that place of radical compassion. And so I want you to feel that you are becoming even more divine. You're recognizing your own divinity. You're recognizing your own luminescent qualities. I really think that there's going to be a deepening of that practice of how am I going to be in alignment? And there's this piece where we've all been trying to be something someone else wants, or maybe we're even trying to be something that we want to be that isn't really who we are. So there's this absolute self-compassion. There is an absolute self-love and connected love that really comes from the heart space. When you're coming in from above, you're coming to the heart. When you're coming in from the earth, you're connecting to the earth's heart. If you can come from that place of heart-centered love and heart-centered connection, this will not just be your year, but this will be every single day, your year, your life, because that's the understanding of recognizing that you're your own magical manifester. And there's this point where you have to surrender to love. And that seems a little counterintuitive, but when you are out of alignment, when you are trying to push and make things happen instead of just being, that's when you get stuck. That's when things don't want to work as smooth. When you come back into coming from a place of heart-centered alignment, a place of love, a place of compassion, a place of radical acceptance, then you've surrendered to this growth. And when you grow into a way that you just open your heart space and you love more, and you're gonna start seeing in Technicolor. Something that happened when I was in Egypt, and I just got back from Egypt. Hello, Hatem. I love that you're on this call. I miss you already. When I was in Egypt, one of the things that really, really came forward for me was how much love the people had there in their hearts. And I know that to be true here in America as well. It's just that I was interacting with a group of people coming from a space of heart-centered love. It's everywhere. It's in every country. It's in every planet. It's in every person. There is always love. But when you're coming from a place of love, you're going to start seeing everything in Technicolor. You're going to see everything brighter. Everything's going to seem more illuminated. Something's going to be more joyful. Something's going to be more expressive. And so just allow yourself to be even deeper in love. And so a couple of words that like really became new for me is when we talk about staying in touch. That's physical. We want to touch something. We want to stay in touch by touching another person. And that doesn't have to be in person, but we're touching their heart. We're touching who they are. That's what we mean by staying in touch. And when we say we're in love, it isn't always romantic. In fact, most love isn't romantic. We have love of friends, love of family, love of divinity, love of the land, love of animals. There's so many kinds of love, but when you're in love, it means you're expressing the world through that energy of love. And I have really decided that that is my soul's message for 2023, is to share the understanding of expressing yourself through the energy of love, expressing your life through the feelings of love, seeing your world through the lens of love. And so, one of my mentors, Hallie, gives everybody rose-colored glasses. And maybe last year you saw me wearing heart-shaped glasses. I'm serious when I say, try and look through everything from a higher perspective at this point. The alignment is that maybe someone's having a bad day. Maybe someone needs a little bit of extra compassion or a little bit of extra kindness. And that someone might even be you. It doesn't mean we can't have goals for growth, because that's not what I'm saying. Because I always want to be the better version of me. I always want to be healing. I always want to acquire more skills. Like in the last 9 months, I did something that was very challenging for me. I went to Egypt in April, and I'll just be like really vulnerable here to share with you. My 50th birthday, I went to Egypt, and of course, on this trip, there was an opportunity to get into the Great Pyramid and go to the top, to the King's Chamber. And to be really, really honest, I physically could not get all the way to the top. There's this place where you have to climb with your body actually like at a 90-degree angle. You have to be like completely bent over, because it's like 3.5 or 4 foot tall, and you have to bend over and walk completely up this set of, it's not even stairs, it's a ramp with like slats on it. And in April, I got to be there, and I had an amazing transcendental experience smack in the middle, but I was not able to go all the way to the top. And this year, when I went back in December, one of the things I had really trained for was the belief that I could go all the way to the top, that I would heal my legs, my knees, my thigh that I'd had problems with, that I would be able to fully heal in the interim my leg to be able to walk to the top of this pyramid. And I did. I got to the top, and I actually did it without a lot of pain and without actually it being hard. I was almost like surprised. I got up there and I was like, I did it. But it came from a place of being kind to myself and being compassionate with myself, and also pushing myself to do the exercises, to get the treatment that I needed in between. I rigorously saw a massage therapist, and I rigorously started doing extra stairs this year so that I could be physically able to make this journey with my 50-year-old knees. And I did. And it was worth every bit of that push. So I'm not going to say you don't push for something, but it came from a place of being kind to myself, wanting something, going after it, not giving up for it, and even failing once. Like, let yourself fail and not believe that that doesn't mean you can't do it the next time. So if you have something that you try and you are not able to accomplish your mission, don't let that be the thing that stops you. Let it be a place where you go, okay, what do I need to do to make myself go more forward next time? What do I need? What is holding me back? And how can I be of service to myself and growth? And you can apply that to the universe. How can I be of service to this planet? How can I be of service to the people I care about? Instead of being angry, how can I look at it from their perspective and see what they need without weakening yourself? This doesn't mean that you're losing your backbone. This doesn't mean that you're letting someone treat you badly, but you are wanting to look at the world from slightly higher perspective. In a 7-year, look at it as if you are God, Goddess, all that is. Because when you start looking at it from the perspective of every angle, you know what they say, that every story has his side and her side and the truth. So there's a movie called The Last Duel where they showed 3 different people's perspective of the exact same events. So it isn't a right and wrong. I really want to push that into this higher perspective. Things aren't right or wrong. Things aren't so good or bad. It is alignment. Be aligned with the highest perspective. Be aligned with the energy of love. Be aligned with what you desire instead of what you fear. If you align with love and you align with your desire and you align with it is already done, then your manifestations are going to be so true and so clear. So that was my message that I wanted to bring forward to you today. You're also might be feeling the need to rest. We're in Mercury retrograde, and I've been saying this since last fall. A lot of people are maybe going to feel a slow rollout for January, because a lot of times we have that New Year's resolution of January 1st, new you, new perspective. And with the way the astrology runs, you might not feel that motivation until after the new moon on the 21st or 22nd of January. So with that, Mercury's in retrograde till the 18th. Allow yourself a little bit of grace. Allow yourself rest and recovery. And there's a big energy of review, not to judge. And I want to be careful when I talk about review, not to judge yourself right or wrong, but reviewing actually for gratitude's sake. I love to look at like the past year and see how far I've come and what I was able to accomplish, because that will show me what is possible for the future. So I love to review. Like in 2022, I had a goal to travel, to not always be at home. And I went somewhere, whether it was the beach or one night, overnight, somewhere, or for an entire 2 or 3 weeks to Egypt or to Mount Shasta or somewhere. Every single month in 2022, I was able to travel and stay the night or go away from my home for a certain amount of time, because I value travel and I value that freedom. And that was something that I really wanted for myself in my 50th birthday year. So I reviewed that in the last few days, and I'm looking at what was good about that and what would I like to change and what would I do differently in the coming year. So that's what I mean by review. And I feel that there's going to be a manifesting jump start with the 22nd, 23rd of January. Mercury will be out of retrograde. There's a lot of planets shifting houses, and you're going to have that new moon with the Lunar New Year, or some people call it the Chinese New Year, but now we're trying to call it the Lunar New Year because it is celebrated by far more countries than just China. So in this perspective, allow yourself a little bit of love, allow yourself a little bit of grace, but also you can use this full moon coming up on Friday to truly manifest and to, like I said, bring yourself into alignment. If you see my camera shaking, it's because Joy's down there, and if you hear her, she's saying hello, and she's playing. I've got this new staff that was sitting here, and she's playing with it and it's shaking the camera. So say hello to everybody, Joy. It's actually wiggling because she's playing with it. So everybody say hello, Joy. Joy's saying hello to you. Isn't this pretty? My new walking stick. It was an incredible trip to Egypt, and just because I love it so much, if you're interested, we do have dates. I am going to take a group on a 14-day journey through the sacred sites to do energy work in October. We're going to start October 4th. So if that is something you're interested in, please let me know. We're taking names and reservations. We've got 3 people now going, and it's going to be an incredible trip. So if Egypt is your dream trip and you want to get there and do it in such a spiritual, sacred way, let me know. We are also starting our new format for the Magic Moon Circle. It was that we were doing it on the new moon and the full moon, and I am now moving it to Mondays at 7. So we'll be doing 2 Mondays at 7 for just $44, and we're really turning it into a manifesting circle. So setting goals and manifesting and clearly creating the momentum to make your dreams come true, to make your manifestations alive and breathing and living with you and living magically. So if that's something that you want to be with us on, it's just a simple $44. And we're have a call tonight at 7. So it's not even too late to sign up for that. We do it as a group on Zoom, and it's really one of my favorite things throughout the entire month. So in the meantime, I just want to tell you with all my gratitude how important you all are. Soul Circle and these Monday videos have been something that it's growing in my heart, and I love you. I thank you for all of your support, and my commitment is to just continue to support you any way I can by continuing my messages every week and continuing to put out free content. We have some new videos which should be up in the next month or so, with new meditations going on to the YouTube channel. And there's a lot of big things coming in 2023. So let me know if there's something I can do and you want to just sit down. January, I'm going to be doing some tea time meetings, so that if you're like, I'm not even sure exactly what Michelle can do to help me, if you want to have a connection call, whether it's in person or by Zoom, reach out to me. We'll have a little cup of tea, and we'll see what your goals are and how they align, and let's plan to make 2023 the most aligned, most joyful, most loving, most compassionate year you have ever had. Because as we move into this 7 energy, it is all about the energy of recognizing your own divinity. And anybody who's been following me knows that this is the most important thing to me, helping you understand that you are divine, that the divine lives in your body, in your soul, that you are an indwelling spirit as a temple to the divine. And so I know that we're going to be making our bodies holy this year. We're going to be making our day-to-day practices more aligned and more joyful and more magical every single day. And so I see the collective really gaining in that heart-centered love and compassion and kindness. And you're the center of it all. Each of us, every time we are more kind to ourselves, each time we're more kind to one person, we make the world a better place. And that's what we're here to do. And I'm so grateful to this soul circle, because each and every one of you is bringing more of that compassion to the world. And I also have a commitment that let's make the Soul Circle Facebook group a little more interactive. If you have something you're doing that you want to advertise or let people know that you're offering, please put it in the group. This group is for everybody. And if there's something you want to do or offer in the Soul Circle group, please let me know, and let's make it a magical year. Because for me, the last few years have been the best of my life, and I can just feel the greatness coming into the next year and into the next 10 years for that matter. Every day in every way, life is getting better and better. I love that saying, and I want to impart that to you. I first heard it from Dr. Wayne Dyer, but I've heard it said by many people since then. And it goes all the way back to a hypnosis that they tried to do some experiments with back in the late 1800s. So it's been around for a long time. Every day in every way, life gets better and better. And you can also say it every day in every way, I get healthier and healthier. So if either of those are helpful to you, I give those to you as my final wording for this call. I'll see you again next week. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and don't forget to live magically. Mwah.